Hello, welcome back to my studio. I'm really excited about today's video. I'm reviewing some interesting new products and I'm going to be doing an oil painting demonstration for you. So stick around and see what's coming up. Okay, first off, the most exciting new product that I've got my hands on, and something I've been wanting for a long time, but it was a real struggle to find. Fortunately, my friends at artsavingsclub.co.za have started to stock water-mixable oil paint, and I'm going to be looking at these. This is Daler Rowney Georgian water-mixable oils, and if they work out fine, it's going to be a major improvement to all those artists, especially here, who are looking for something without solvents. So I'm going to be having a look at these and checking them out for their workability and the intensity of pigment and how they handle with a little painting demonstration. And I'm going to be doing the painting on another Daler Rowney product. They really are coming out with some great things. And this is some oil painting paper. Very handy to have. I normally use paper with some gesso on or some card, and that works fine too. But this is reasonably priced and it comes in these pads. Now that's really great when you're pressed for time and you can just do some work or a quick study on one of these. And then finally, an unsung hero of someone who tries to do painting demonstrations is this masking tape. This is artist's masking tape because I'm really sick and tired of that cheap masking tape that keeps peeling off and I have to keep trying to push it down and get it to stick. So artist masking tape, I'm going to use that as well and see if that improves my life as well. So lots of good stuff. And now let's have a close look at the paints and do a little painting for you. Well, here I've got the Georgian water mixable oils, 20 ml tubes. These are 10 tubes of most of the colors that I will use in my usual painting. So perfect little set for me. Georgian water mixable oil colors offers artists the possibility of experiencing oil painting without the need for solvent-based mediums, an alternative to traditional oils. The balanced range of 40 vibrant colors can be thinned, mixed and washed using water, and as such is ideal for use indoors and in a classroom environment. They all offer high levels of light fastness, pigment load and durability. Smooth texture of the colors straight out the tube mirror traditional oil colors and can be used for impasto techniques or thinned down with water, and they can create wash effects similar to watercolors. Surface dry within 5 to 7 days and no color shift from wet to dry. So those are all important claims that we'll have a look at some of those. Hopefully I'll be able to test all of those, except obviously for things that require light fastness tests. Okay, so there we got titanium white, lemon yellow, cadmium red light, alizarin crimson, cerulean blue, French ultramarine, viridian hue, yellow ochre and burnt umber. So besides the viridian and burnt umber, that's pretty much would be my standard palette of colors. Right, just visually it has got the typical lemon yellow color, a nice cool bright yellow. And that seems to be nice and smooth, and there's definitely some take up there on the painting knife. Nice and creamy. It's not sagging or falling away, and it's retaining its shape. So far it looks like oils. Let's have a look at some of the characteristics of this paint And most important is to realize that it is still an oil paint. It contains linseed oil as the carrier, and it is simply processed in a way that makes that oil bindable with water. So it's not soluble like watercolors, but it binds with water. So that is the big advantage. Now let's get a sheet of this Daler Rowney oil painting paper and use some of this nice new masking tape. No peeling, so I'm really happy about that. It's a real pleasure. This is the inspiration for the scene. And as you can see, the medium I'm using is water. Just a little bit of that to get things going. Use some dark paint and plot out a composition. Now the point of this exercise is simply to test out the water mixable oils. And this demonstration I'm going to do, I'll do a more complete one and put that in my Trees and Light course. But for workability, I don't experience any real difference with regular oils. It may not look quite as shiny as the regular oils, but it works the same. Nice and buttery, easy on the brush. I'm using bristle brushes here, but you could use synthetics. Clean it off with a bit of water and wipe it off. It does leave a little residue, so you would have to clean it off quite thoroughly. But always use the tissue paper to wipe the brush off during painting. Nice, strong, transparent darks, just exactly what I want when I start off a painting, to get those darks in. And as you can see, now the vibrant colors, I don't detect any difference in the vibrancy of the colors, and there shouldn't be. It is simply the same pigment as the standard oils. And goes on really nicely, nice juicy brush strokes, exactly what I'm looking for. And as you can see, this impasto, those juicy strokes that I love. The texture is soft, but as I mentioned, less oily. But no change to the brushwork. I can scumble the brush. It doesn't matter, it works just fine. I'm mixing some burnt sienna and it looks brilliant. Nice, vibrant burnt sienna. Mix your own colors, why not? So really experiencing no change in my painting approach, and that's really fantastic. You don't want to have to compromise on your painting style to suit the medium. Getting some lights mixed up and putting it down nice and thick, just rolling the brush, the paint falling off as I want it. And now some good strong lights. And you can see I'm painting direct, thick paint. I'm not using any water to loosen up the paint. There's no need for it. It's ready to use out the tube. Only if you're going to do a glaze would you add some water to it. And I'm sure there's going to be mediums made for these water-based mediums in due course, if not already. So if that's what you want. But there it is, basically the painting complete. And I must say I really enjoyed the experience. It was nice not to have to worry about white spirits and just paint away. Tape comes off nicely and I'm really pleased. I see no reason why I shouldn't use these paints. So have a look at the painting. Decide for yourself, is water mixable oils right for you? Well, I hope that was interesting and gave you something to think about if you are looking for an alternative to traditional oil paints. I think it's a great thing for anyone who doesn't want terps or solvents or is concerned about the environment. And maybe you've got children who want to start oil painting as well. Why not? I think that's a great thing. And I'm going to be passing these paints on to my son as well, who's interested in painting but doesn't want to have the solvents. And I think this will be a great option as well. So looking forward to working more with water mixable oils as well. All right, so if you found that useful, give this video a like. If you can share it, I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, come on, now's the time to hit that subscribe button and look out for the next video next week. Until then, cheers for now.